Today we're back out playing with the GoPro at a completely different location than I tested it at before. It's pretty cool and sunny, and I'm still going to have the same issue of me and my shadow. So I guess we're just going to have to deal with that. Going to go to settings, go over here to ground balance. And we ended up at about 79.6 versus the 90 that the default of the machine is. The area that I'm in, it's just a big open green area next to a ball field that is used for a parking lot. And I'm not sure whether this field gets used much anymore, but we're going to look around out here. I'll start out in park mode. I may go back to field if there's a lot of trash. And I'm about 3 down on the sensitivity. And right where I'm standing, I'm getting a screaming 21, 22, which is the low end of a nickel signal. And now it's jumping up to 23. But it's pretty deep, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go after this. I'll see. We'll take a brief look at it. If the Garrett Carrot will pick it up, I might go after it. And no, we don't want to look at my shoes or any other portion of my anatomy. I may switch this GoPro out in a bit and switch it to the head mount instead of the chest mount. Truth be told, I don't like the chest mount. It was not built for buxom ladies. We'll just put it that way. I don't want this to get X-rated, but it wasn't built for how I'm built. I'm going to skip that one too. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of junk in this area. I'm using my shovel as a cane today. I'm afraid I'm not walking very well. Those of you who are familiar know that I do have some disability issues. All these signals seem to be very deep. Yeah, this place maybe has been hunted before. This is either going to be a piece of junk. Yes, I left it there on purpose to holler at me. It's either going to be a piece of junk or nickel. I doubt anything else is going to pop out of here. We'll see. It was dancing between 17 and 19, which is a tad low for nickels, but I have found them. Most likely going to be a piece of aluminum. And I think it is. I think our first dig is going to be the flaw of the can. Well, we'll pick it up out of here. I did hear a video the other day from a tourist who was in Florida who commented that we have can slaw because the ocean breaks the cans up, but that's not really true too much. Mostly the reason we have can slaws, people are so lazy in Florida, they don't bother to pick up the cans and they just run over them with a lawnmower, thus making slaw. Well, I live 10 miles from Florida, and I can tell you, people in Georgia do that too. Particularly the maintenance people at schools and parks. So we get a large amount of that. Okay, this possibly could be a quarter, but I don't think it is. It's a pretty solid 91, not too far down, but right around it, it's dropping to 87, which is in my quarter range on the simplex. So let's see if I can isolate this bad boy. Alright, somewhere in that general vicinity is something. I apologize if I keep reaching across, but I'm accustomed to wearing my tool belt on my side rather than the front. It's just a comfort issue. Alright. So, see if we turn up anything worth taking a look at here. I don't know how y'all do this. Hey, we got Le Quarter. How about that? It was a quarter. Let's see how old it is. Yeah, little spit never hurt anything. 1974, so it's an older model. That gives me some hope that because it was fairly close to the surface, that no one's been out here before. Yeah, I have a hard time digging plugs in this. A lot of it is sand. So I do try to fill my holes back in. They ain't pretty, but they're covered. Right, very close by, I'm getting a 75, 76, which may or may not be a dime. It's a little low. It's kind of between the penny and the dime range. And there's some bugs out here. Flies. Super fly. Okay, we're kind of zoned in on it here. I've left you on because I keep hitting targets right out of the box. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that. It's very hard for me to... whatever it is, it's lower than the carrot wants to read. But I'm going to try and dig a little plug here. See if I come up with anything. And after that, I'm going to turn the camera off until I find something. And that's simply because I know I do not have a fully charged battery right now, due to the fact that the cord I'm using is going bad. And because I still have old video on this card, which means I don't know how much space I have. Being new to this camera and all that. Okay, Carrot Man, what you got for me here in the hole? Try to get out of the... And either I missed it or it's further down than I thought it was. I'm not getting anything in there. Let me go back over here, get my detector again. It's crazy. Now, I'm getting, well, when I put it back in the hole, I get the 76. When I flipped it out, it's not even registering. So, I have a gut feeling it may be hiding in this clump, and even the carrot's not picking it up. Or, it's so far down that I'm just hitting at the right angle. I'm not getting anything out of this except a big old mess. It's not in either part of the attempted plug. Okay, I'm going to take one more scoop with the root assassin. If I don't come up with anything that makes a sound, I'm afraid we're going to give it up. Nada. Alright. That's my shovel, folks. False alarm, false alarm. I'm not going... I have this rule. I don't excavate. I just don't. It's hard for my health, and the county that I'm in right now, the very fact that I can do anything out here is on shaky ground. So rather than risk that, it's driving me crazy. I know it's there. It's way down there, though. We're not going to waste time on that one today. I'll save that for when I've played things out here. A lot of these signals are very, very deep. I'm not going after them. I just don't see the need for that. Okay, I'm going to turn y'all off until I quit dropping things. No, until I find something worth filming. I have dug my way all the way over here from my car, which is a pretty fair distance, and mostly, other than a penny, have found pull tabs and can slaw. So we're going to dig this little guy right here that rang up bouncing between 23 and 28, which sometimes is a nickel. And I say that because it seems like the signals change all the time. That's probably my shovel. Yes, it is. And I can't even find... Oh, there's my signal. It's way down there. Come on, plug. Have mercy. And I've also had a number of ghost signals, which now I am calling the ghost riders. They just ride along, get me all excited here, and then there's nothing. They just don't really exist. So I've had several of those too. Okay, this is very hard for me. I can't bend down. I can bend my knees a little bit. So, unfortunately, digging hard soil like this is a little hard on my back. But it looks like whatever it is out of the hole. Oh, it's my favorite. Le Tab de Poule. Oh, well. I think, in light of the total lack of anything that looks like a decent target, I'm just going to move on to another area. I'm not sure they even use this anymore, and I have detected on this ground with my Garrett in the past. So we're just going to take the simplex and ride on out of here. Well, I found a spot behind some grandstands where the signal actually rang up like it should be a quarter, but I pulled out a penny. So then I found something else with the pinpointer. So trying to figure out what it was causing the signal to go crazy, and it was an eraser head. These little guys show up everywhere. So that, combined with a penny, gave a quarter sound on the simplex. I don't think there's anything else in the hole, but I'm going to check it real quick. Yep, still on. Nobody home. That was interesting. It was a funny combination. At least it wasn't a skunk, though. There was something in there. Whew. I'm going to have to go back to my car. I'm getting tired. After I walked all the way around this park, including these things that I think used to be batting cages or something, I'm not sure. I had found virtually nothing in them. And all the way to the other side of this park, over by that dugout way off in the distance, and those grandstands, I have determined two things. Number one, this place is so full of junk that it's virtually impossible to weed out the good signals from the bad. And number two, the people in this county are really slobs. Oh, I'm so sorry, people, but put your stuff in the trash can. We're going to move on to another location now. I'll pick up with you when we find someplace else that isn't quite so trashy. Okay, we're supposed to be recording. It's probably going to shut back off. I think my battery's dead. I'm at a different location. I just stopped for a minute. I do have another battery for this thing. And I also have to figure out why I wiped out all of my control things where I could see if the thing was actually working. I'm at a place I've been a bunch of times. Probably not going to find much. I just stopped here because, frankly, it's on the way to a place I need to stop to use a restroom. So I thought I'd just give it a quick go. They have fenced off and locked the other side of this playground, where I only got to detect a couple times. And it's too bad because I did well over there. It's a giant tot lot. There's not much out here. Little pieces of can slaw. Number 19 can slaw. And probably very little else. But I'm just gonna look around the swings here. I didn't even bring my pouch. I'm just carrying my little tools. I don't think they use this playground as much as they use the new fancier one over on the other side. And truth be told, I do not understand the logic of locking a school playground on weekends, which might be the only time some of these kids have to play in it. It just seems like a waste of facilities. As much as there's crazy things that happen in Pasco County, Florida, they do have the right idea and have combined school grounds and county parks into one lump thing. So they're all open. People get to actually use them. Well, let's see if this is anything. It may be a nickel, it may be garbage, and it may be a shot of my feet. Who knows? This camera's driving me crazy. Well, whatever it is, it's something. Try not to make a giant mess, but the soil being what it is here, that's just what happens. It's gonna be la foil. Yep, it is the foil. Alrighty then. Let me just get that out of here. Walk around a little bit more, and I'll probably turn you off because there's not much happening out here. This is a real jumper. It has been everything from 14 to 37. Take a look. I'm learning the camera more than anything else. And still actually learning the simplex too. Whatever it is, it's not anything close enough for the carrot to tell me about. It's pretty deep and it's not a really good signal, so we're just going to skip over it. This looks like another edition of can slaw. All these places are so trashed. When I first started coming here, I found quite a bit, but then someone else started coming here who didn't fill their holes. And I kind of think that might be the reason that the other side is closed now, is because somebody abused it. So that makes me sad. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a tab. Huh. That's odd. Oh, there it is. Huh. That was an odd signal to be a penny. And a relatively modern penny. But we are not discunked. Pepe stayed home today. He let me at least have a penny. Thank you, Pepe. I do not like getting skunked. Alright, I'm gonna shut you off here. I'll come back if I find anything at all. After going back to my car and changing the battery on the GoPro, I dug a couple more nickels and a quarter, and they were all on very jumpy signals. So I'm back out here now with a new battery, just because. Okay, here's my hole where I found the quarter. I left it open on purpose so I could figure out where I left off. There's a lot of this property I have not covered at all. So every day is a new experience for this one. Now that I've put a new battery in, I probably won't hit another coin the whole time I'm out here. But I'm prepared anyway. So I'm going to turn y'all off. If I find something that sounds like it needs to be looked at, we will invite you back. Oh, let me see. What's this little chirpy? That's a jumper. Everything from 16, 20, 33, 46, hike. Let's see if we can isolate it. Any one. I can't really isolate any one particular thing there that is not 3 feet, 4 feet under the ground. So this is another deep one. What the heck? Let's see if the Garrett carrot picks it up. If the carrot says it's there, we'll dig it. As I suspected. Far below the surface. God, I'm bad about that. What it is the button on the carrot is a little hard for me to push with my arthritis. And sometimes I think I have turned it off. And in actuality, I have only turned it to a different cycle. The all-terrain carrot has a couple of different cycles. So, anyway, I'm going to turn y'all back off till I find something worthy of wasting my battery on. I knew if I turned this thing off, I'd find something. That's just the way it's been working today. As you can see, I'm in a tot lot in some very packed-in old mulch. And I finally found this coin. I couldn't really tell what it was. It turns out it's a dime. It's a little bit green. I don't think it's old, but I got a dime out of here. I've been over this lot a bunch of times, so that's that. Let's move along, little doggies. I'm going to try this, and I don't even know why. It's because it's there, I guess. Once I went and got a new battery, I never found another nickel or a quarter. Didn't find anything. But But I did. I found another quarter. Thank you, George. Oh, he's an oldie but a goodie. Not good enough, but he's a 1966. So, that's good to see. Another signal of questionable origin that I'm going to follow, because I'm going to be leaving here in just a minute. You can see our soil just does not, you cannot make a decent plug here. It just isn't going to happen. It just disintegrates into this. So, truly about the best you can do is, usually I have a little piece of plastic with me, and I put my stuff on the plastic and dump it back into the hole. I have no clue what this is, but we just got it out. Whatever it was. I think it's a zipper pull. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a zipper pull, which it was kind of jumpy, and so I can see copper shining through. So it did kind of make you think it might be a penny, but it was not. As I was leaving, I wasn't really even detecting, but I was kind of still swinging the detector. I got this screaming high sound. It's not in any coin range. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a minute piece of the Budweiser. Oh, I bet that's the rest of Bud's wiser friends hanging out in the hole there. Yeah, this is some really little can slaw. I'm telling you. I'm going to bet the rest of that is the can, so I'm not digging that up. Sorry. It's just not going to happen. Now this one may be a penny, and I don't know how I'm doing with this camera. I can't tell. It's going to take a whole lot of practice to not show my shoes and other parts of my anatomy. I'm only doing this one because it was in the penny range, and that's how it screamed at me. So, let's see if there's really a penny there. I don't think there is. I think there's a big piece of nasty. Yeah, that's a big piece of nasty, all right. Sound just like a penny. I don't know why they're not made out of the same items, but, oh well, we got that one out of the ground. Now, this is the end of location number 2. I found a few more pennies, and that's about it. I'm going to take off. It's actually a lot warmer than it was supposed to be, and I didn't really bring enough beverages. I may stop somewhere else on the way home, but regardless, you'll get the wrap up at the end. And here's the haul from both of the stops. A lot of pull tabs. I threw the big junk in the trash can at the school. Got our regulation eraser heads, 2 zipper pulls, 3 quarters, a dime, 4 nickels, 12 pennies, and some strange black elastic thing. I'm really not sure what that is, but that's the sum total of the hunt. After this hunt, I thought I was gonna be cute and do something that resembles one of the videos from the Sidestep Adventure guys and stop at an old cemetery that's out in the middle of a cotton field and do a video about that cemetery. I have been there before doing genealogical work for someone, and it's a really cool place, so I thought I'd go out there and shoot a video. And I ended up getting into a red ant bed and got bit about 40-50 times. I'm still healing up from that, and this is probably a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that I did this hunt. I have part of that on video. I have not decided if I want to put that up yet. If anybody wants to see Susie Q96 running through a cemetery screaming, "Oh my God, I'm covered with ants!" Let me know and I'll think about putting it up there. So anyway, this is the end of another one of my semi-boring attempts to find something really exciting. Some days there's just nothing exciting, but it's consistent. And my goal is a little more realistic than some people. You know, some people, oh, I'm going to get 100 rings and $1,000 and I'm going to find the lost Spanish treasure. My goal's not quite that lofty. Basically, my goal is to make $1 a day. You know, or the equivalent of what would divide out to $1 a day, to pay off my simplex, which I had to finance, so I'm paying finance fees. When you're on Social Security, you can't just go out and drop $350, $400 on things. Fortunately, I spent the last 5-6 years rebuilding my credit enough that they would finance it for me. So yeah, my goal is just to gather up enough clad to have paid for the unit at the end of the year. I tried that last year with my Ace 300, and yeah, I'm going to do a video on the sum total of clad and stuff that I found last year. Granted, it was only a 10-month period, or maybe 9. Anyway, it wasn't a full year. But I made less than $50 in clad, and that's, yeah, I've already made pretty much that in the month that I've had the simplex. So anyway, I've got 3 more videos backed up, and all of the finds are sitting on my kitchen counter. I'm going to try to get those all done before I go on my Florida beach detecting adventure next week. It's another one of those things I can't really afford, but I'm giving myself a birthday gift. And I'm actually going to work one day while I'm down there. I also make jewelry and other craft items, and so one of the days I'm down there will be spent selling items at a farmer's market in Central Florida. So anyway, y'all keep on digging it, and we'll see you next time.